Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, Bitcoin is doing better. US markets are doing better. In a surprise twist, everything is doing better. Why is that? Just this morning, I streamed about very, very high oil prices and how it could go higher. Yet, the market is shrugging all that off. So that's fantastic. So let's take a look at what's going on in the world of crypto. Oops, my stream just cut out for a little bit. Maybe Putin didn't like what I was about to say. I apologize. My stream cut out. I'm back. Follow me on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. 4 videos today for TikTok. So I'm going heavy into it. Make sure you follow me. Link in the description. And check out all the latest news, articles, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know why my stream just cut out there. That was very, very strange. But let's get started. Bitcoin is above 39,000 once again. So whenever it seems like Bitcoin is about to fall further, it picks itself right back up, and the entire market cap is starting to head above again. Not as much as before. There still is a lot of fear going on right now. There's no doubt about that. So not everyone is throwing all their money back in. However, you still have some winners like Terra that continues to be strong and is about to flip XRP any day now. It's going to come. And that is definitely something I'm looking forward to. Although I do have a very educational video on XRP that I want to show you guys at the end of the stream. Some of you guys have not seen it, but it may change your mind about Ripple and XRP. Anyways, you can see that U.S. markets. Oh, take a look at this headline. McDonald's temporarily closed 850 restaurants in Russia. That's a lot of restaurants. This is the exact scenario that my brother-in-law was asking about, whether or not someone like McDonald's would ever close down, right? Because if they don't, PR looks horrible. But if they do, they're going to lose a lot of money. So either way, now we have our answer. But regardless, look at it. Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, everything is in a green, especially NASDAQ today, although yesterday sold off about 500 points. So today is just a slight recovery. However, one thing that we cannot ignore is oil, and you can see how it's at 122, and Russia themselves are speculating that it could go as high as $300 per barrel, which would be the highest we have ever seen in the history of mankind, if that was to happen. So, will that really happen? I don't know, right? But we know that oil is going up, and President Biden just declared that the U.S. will ban Russian oil imports. Okay, so the U.S. is the very first country to do so. The question is, will other countries follow? Will EU, UK, and everyone else follow? We don't know. We don't know. U.S. is in a position to do this because only 5% of the oil imports coming in is from Russia. So it doesn't really harm the U.S. at all. But what about other countries that depend on oil from Russia, right? I did see this, though. EU pledges to cut Russian gas imports by 2/3 by the end of the year. But this is not oil, this is gas, although many countries in Europe does depend on natural gas from Russia, right? So there are plans being put into place right now to basically suffocate Russia and bring mass destruction to their economy, which already started. But if this happens, it's going to be more devastating, right? So that's what's happening. That's why Russia came out this morning and said, if you guys do this, if you guys start banning our oil, we're going to cut the gas lines to Europe, and barrels of oil go up to $300, right? So I was curious this morning. I was like, okay, I need to do some research. What's the highest we've seen? Well, back in 2008, when OPEC actually decided to cut production of oil got up to as high as 179, let's just round up, $180 a barrel. Back in 1980, it got up as high as 140. So if you're looking at right now, we're actually not too far off from the 140 from 1980s, right? When you had lines, out every gas station there was back then. And that's when smaller cars like Toyota Corollas started dominating. But then, in 2008, after our last crisis, oil shot up as well. So will oil get back up to 140, 180, 200? Can it possibly get 300? I don't know. It just really depends on how long this war is and how far it goes. So we will see. But the market is shrugging it off. The market is very, very, very green today, and Bitcoin is coming up. Crypto is coming up. So it does seem like Wall Street traders not really caring about what's going on right now. And I was just looking at also just some more interesting facts about oil. The United States, according to Investopedia, is the 7th largest oil exporter, and we comprise of 5.71 of the global exports. Compared to Russia, which is 3rd, accounts for 11% of global, 10.5%. Of 10.53% of global exports. So Russia exports about double what the U.S. Exports, right? But what's interesting is, even though the United States is the 7th largest exporter, right? We are the biggest producer by far. The United States produces 20% of the world's oil, yet we're the 7th largest export, right? So where's all that oil? It's right here in the United States, being reserved. So that's the thing. The United States had the ability to basically increase exports, or just produce more and lower gas prices. The United States had the ability to do that. It's just not doing so, right? The United States is actually producing almost double the amount of oil Russia is, yet is exporting about 50% of what Russia is. So just think about that. So the United States has absolutely enormous amount of oil in its reserves. It's just not using it. It's just being reserved right now. So if Biden wanted to go even more, right, he could export more oil, right? Increase it by a significant amount and lower oil prices, and that will hurt Russia even more if he wanted to, but not saying that he will or that's smart, but that is something. That is an option. All right, what else is there? I saw this. You guys are in for a treat. I have a very special video to show you guys. Something that I missed before. I don't know why I missed this. Peter Schiff, of course. You guys know who he is. He's very proud of the fact that gold is now up over $2,000. So according to his tweet, gold is up $50 per ounce this morning, above $2,000 for first time ever. Highest it's ever been. No, I don't believe that's true, but I thought gold was higher than that before. But anyways, above 2,000, great. And he's not a fan of the fact that CNBC is not talking about gold, but still talking about Bitcoin, right? And someone posted this. This is an article back from 2012, 10 years ago, when when Peter and everyone else is speculating that gold will hit 2,000. And if you look at some of the earlier videos of Peter from back in the day, okay, he's been claiming that gold is going to hit 5,000 many times. He's done so many interviews on TV saying that gold, just wait, right around the corner at 5,000. We're nowhere close to that. But he is very angry about the fact that CNBC does not give enough coverage to gold. I mean, come on. You just think about it. From a media perspective, does anyone care about gold? No. Is any company out there, is any institution really stocking up on gold? No, they're stocking up on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the answer. Bitcoin is the new gold. It's digital gold. Just ask any millennial out there. That was a joke. But, that's the reality, right? And I found this video clip. This is from 2020, 60 minutes. And the reason why I saw this is because Peter himself have complained that the TSA has removed his his flight status or whatever status so that he can no longer use the pre-TSA check line and stuff like that, right? And he referred to a 60-minute interview. And I was like, what interview is this? I don't remember anything. But so I had to look back in 6060. And this is when he was asked about his bank, which I believe he is no longer part of. But back then, a lot of speculation about his bank, his involvement with that bank, and money laundering. And in fact, he was so infuriated with this interview, he actually just left. He didn't even finish the interview, right? So let me just play real quick. I mean, I don't know if I don't have my headset ready, but you know, just so you guys. All right, let's see if I can play it.
To you that your bank has accounts for organized crime figures.
I'm telling you that we don't. Are you speculating or do you know?
Shouldn't the question be for you?
No, you answer my question.
No, I'm the journalist here. I'm asking the questions here, sir.
No, but I choose what I answer.
Well, Peter, why is it that tax authorities in Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, America, and the Netherlands all believe your bank is facilitating tax evasion and serious organized crime?
Well, I don't know. Have you asked them? Because we're not.
I'm asking you. You run the bank. It's your bank.
No. You ask them. We're not facilitating tax evasion or organized crime or anything like it.
All right. I'm just playing that just to throw that out there. So it makes a whole lot of sense that Peter has to continue to support gold because that's his business. And whether or not his bank or I don't know whether or not he was involved with tax evasion, but it does seem like a lot of countries were looking into it for that reason. So Peter will continue to be a downer for Bitcoin. Will never come to support it. He will always support gold forever. So that's an unfortunate thing. But the thing is, he always brings this up, right? It's one thing to just talk about gold and say how good it is, but he always reverts to how Bitcoin sucks. I guess just for relevance, for attention. I don't know. Anyways, banking giant CryptosRUs reports, at least one of their contributors reports that money will never be the same after this war and that Bitcoin will benefit. That's quite interesting. So they released this yesterday, and it's a pretty lengthy report, talking about highlighting a whole lot of stuff. Okay, but the important thing is this, and I'm glad that they just gave you a snippet here. When the crisis and war is over, the U.S. dollar should be much weaker, and on the flip side, the renminbi, which is the Chinese dollar, will be much stronger, backed by a basket of commodities. Okay, and then scrolling down. After this war is over, money will never be the same, and Bitcoin, if it still exists then, yes it will probably benefit from all of this. So there's a whole lot of stuff that he was saying in there. Basically, he believes that the US dollar is in trouble ever since that it's been, the gold standard has been taken away. There's a lot of stuff happening that will make it weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, and ultimately make Bitcoin stronger. Okay, now, who is this guy? He's the global head of short-term interest rate strategy. So, impressive title. I don't actually really know what that means. But do they really believe in this, or does Zoltan really believe in this, or is it because they have to change the narrative? Because just a month ago, not a few months ago, CryptosRUs was accused of handling dirty money for decades in a probe conducted by Switzerland. So, does this surprise anyone that a bank is involved with illicit activities and money laundering and everything that Bitcoin is accused of? So now are they just changing their tune and being more pro-Bitcoin because of it? Maybe, we don't know, right? So again, do they really believe that Bitcoin is the future, or they're forced to say that now? you and I know, you and I know, Bitcoin is the future, and everyone else is just playing catch up. Okay, that's the reality of it. But it does seem like another major bank is starting to come aboard and recognizing that Bitcoin is the answer. What else is there today? A big venture fund is setting up a $500 million fund for crypto project, $560 million overall. This is very, very positive. Very positive indeed. Shows how much money is still coming into this space because of Web 3.0, because of NFTs, because of L1s, because of everything that's going on. Still very early, and these funds don't want to miss out, and neither should we. That's why we need to continue to stay in the game, be patient, and pick up while we still can. BTC inflows have been negative since July of 2021. So think about that. With all the volatility, the number of Bitcoins residing on exchanges continue to go lower, and it's lower, and it's lower, and it's lower, right? So again, long-term holders, investors believe, and will continue to believe, and will continue to buy and DCA and buy and DCA and buy and DCA, and that's exactly what's happening. And institutions are joining in, whales are joining in, everyone is joining in, right? Very positive indeed. Hive blockchain is going to be using the new Intel ASIC chips. I don't know if that's newsworthy, but I thought I'd bring it up. Because some people have mentioned about Intel. They're coming out with these new, very efficient Bitcoin mining chips. Hash power is still on the uprise. Hash power is just going up like this, okay? Bitcoin miners are not stopping their mining operations. So Intel getting involved, right, could help the industry, but in my opinion, it's not going to help Intel's bottom line. But you're starting to see adoption already. So it gives some competition to Bitmain. Let's put it that way. At least Bitmain won't continue to be the powerhouse. There's a new kid on the block that's challenging them on that. So I guess competition is good. But again, will it help Intel's bottom line? Probably not. All right, while I've been talking, Bitcoin is back above 39.2, 39.3. Can we see 40,000 once again? We seem to be stuck below this 39,000 mark, right? Can we break above again? Sure, it can happen. We saw it before, right over here. All of a sudden, boom. A large number of buys, creates a short squeeze, shorters get wrecked, and we go above, right? Can we see something like that happen? Yes, of course. We saw it over here too. Right at 38, we pumped up to 45. We pumped up to 45 here. The important thing is to break above 40 and break above 45. That's the one thing that Bitcoin has not been able to do since very, very early January, and that's what we want to see. And if that happens, the sky is the limit. Then 50,000, 60,000 will be around the corner, right? But in the meantime, enjoy the low prices that I've been saying this, right? Wealth is generated by buying low and selling high, not by buying high and selling low, which is what most people practice. But you got to buy when things are cheap, okay? And even though there's a lot of doomsayers and fudders out there that keep claiming Bitcoin will go back down to 28 or 20 or 15 or 10 or whatever, no one knows. They're just causing FUD. No one knows where bottom is. The true strategy is continue to do what you're doing, which is staying patient, holding, and DCA, dollar cost averaging along the way. That's how you win at the game of crypto. All right, guys. That's it. Let's do Q&A. Man, so many people are asking about that XRP video. That is one hot video. I gotta say, it's the hottest video, and only I have it. I am the only person that has that video. So if you want to be educated on XRP and Ripple, You have to tune in every day. Every single day. What if Do Kwon dies? Nothing happens. Just like what if Satoshi dies? The project lives on forever. Yeah, I'm scrolling up through the comments here. What a great name, Zoltan. Am I not saying CryptosRUs right? It's CryptosRUs, right? It's because NASDAQ is pumping. Well, NASDAQ, I won't deny there are some correlations between crypto and Bitcoin with NASDAQ. We have seen that, but we have seen some decoupling too. Like yesterday, NASDAQ was down like almost 4%. Negative 500, and Bitcoin didn't move yesterday. It did from the executive order that Biden's about to sign, but then all of a sudden it pumped right back up. So there are times where Bitcoin is not following the NASDAQ, and ultimately, that's what we want. Eventually, it's going to get there. And the reason why we don't want that to happen is because Bitcoin is not a tech stock. You can't treat it as a tech stock. So, you know, one day it'll get there. One day it'll get there. But traders, you know, Wall Street traders, they don't recognize that. Is Sandbox good for long-term hold? Ginja Snap. You know what? I like Sandbox. After playing them, I was convinced that they are the leading metaverse. You should check out my video from a few days ago. I like the way they're set up. It's alpha right now, so I'm pretty sure in the future there's going to be a lot more portals to different lands and a lot more quests, but it made it pretty enjoyable. It's more like World of Warcraft, where others are, well, when I say others, like Decentraland, it's just a virtual world with nothing to do. So I actually enjoyed that much better. Suisse? Suisse? Sus? How about I just say credit sus? How about that? It's funny, like my older kid, starting to get a little bit older, not a teenager yet, but, you know, starting to pick up all these, like, new abbreviated words, like sus, and, you know, stuff that I never say in my life, but I'm starting to get used to it, I guess. I guess I'm just getting old, is my point. Jeff, thank you for that. What percentage of portfolio is in Luna? Well, it's grown quite a lot. I'll tell you that. Over the years, it's been growing. And look at it. Now it's up 7.6%. This flip is about to happen. It's probably going to happen tomorrow because XRP. You know, here's the thing. The reason why XRP is not going up is because I'm the only one that has this educational video and no one else has it. If they did and more people saw it, then that would probably cause XRP to go up more. But because they don't, and because of that, that's why Terra is about to flip. Terra is just too strong right now. They will flip, and they'll probably continue to climb. There's no reason why they won't. Just look at Terra USD. Terra USD just keeps going up. And the more UST goes up, the more Luna gets burned, and it's a perfect relationship. They built a perfect symbiotic relationship between their stablecoin and their governance token. I mean, you just can't do better than that right now. At least no one else has. So Where will Cadena be at the end of the year? I'm a big fan of Cadena. Have been for a while. So I still hold a very good amount of Cadena. Someone said UST on Aave. That's good. I mean, they're growing. They're becoming a de facto stablecoin on all the DEXs and all the DeFi plays out there. So Cadena is about 633. I mean, they were just above. They were close to $8 not too long ago. So I do anticipate they will come back up. All the L1s will continue to come back up. And they'll head a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. Oil. Every time George says oil, give him a standing ovation. What do you think about buying into Russian stocks right now? You can't, Andrea. I actually talked about this morning. Russian stock market is down. It's closed. And if you're looking at ETFs, they're all shut down. You know, the regulators shut them down. So the only play right now is in terms of stocks is, Apple reveals a new iPhone. The only play right now is you could get into oil, because I don't think oil prices will come down unless, like I said, maybe Biden says we're going to increase our output and our exports, and maybe that'll cause oil to come back down. But if OPEC is not producing more and Russian oil is going to get cut off by everyone, well, it's going to cause oil to go up more, right? And right now, what's interesting, besides just oil, wheat is going up, and some of the precious metals like nickel is going up. I just saw nickel doubled in the London Stock Exchange, so they had to shut it down. I mean, so nickel and some of the precious metals is also going up because of it, but not gold. New budget iPhone SE. Not very interesting. But I'll tell you, Apple is really saving Berkshire Hathaway's ass. If Warren Buffett didn't buy into Apple, Berkshire Hathaway would be doing very, very poorly right now. The only reason why they're doing good is because of Apple. So, just thought I'd throw that out there. Raffle, however you pronounce your name, I apologize. Stop asking about that, okay? Biden's not going to ask Terra to stop UST or whatever. You asked the same question this morning. It's not something that's even remotely in his radar, so stop worrying about it. Scotty, appreciate it. Zilliqa's Metaverse is lit. Joseph, which one? What is it called? I don't remember it. Michael, I don't need your children. I have my own. What's your opinion on Matic? Matic actually is surprising. I thought it would recover more. But, I mean, overall, it's holding around 150. But I do believe Matic will continue to climb. And will probably be right below Avalanche. Like, sitting right there. I think that would be a good lineup right there. Terra, Cardano, Solana, Avalanche, and Polygon. And as time goes on, all of them will start flipping above XRP and USDC and sit right below BNB, right? You got to figure the market runs on top of these chains, and all the liquidity that's in DeFi projects is locking up these coins and tokens, right? So it just makes sense that the bigger ones that have all the projects in TVL, well, they're going to continue to go up and move in the top 10, while, stable coins will be pushed out eventually, and others will be pushed out, like XRP. And there's going to be more. Chronos, with their chain, Cosmos, Near. I don't know what's going on with Tron. I can't speak to Tron because Justin supposedly was leaving, but he's still there. I don't know. And you got others that will slowly move up. You should check out Wondermine, mini golf, and casinos next time in Decentraland. I mean, that does not appeal to me. Am I going to go play mini golf in Decentraland? No, I don't care about that. I'm not trying to replace my real world activities. I want to do something that's interesting. Like Sandbox at least have quests, even though the quests are quite lame, but it's something different. It's more like a game. I'm not trying to replace my real life with a virtual life. I think that's just ridiculous. So visiting a mini golf or a casino in Decentraland is not very appealing at all. Phantom or Avalanche? At this point, Avalanche. I think Avalanche is stronger, but don't give up on Phantom. Phantom still has a very robust DeFi ecosystem. Second Life had to remove all their casinos. Yeah. I mean, that's why I was surprised. Atari, which is, they used to be a gaming powerhouse. They still involved with many games. They're doing a casino, right? And I'm just surprised. Casinos and gambling overall is still very taboo in a lot of countries. And you got to be able to control the age and everything. And I'm sure, that's hard to control. So yeah, I'm not sure where it's gonna go. World War Heroes, awesome phone game. Okay. Ukraine agrees to not join NATO. Are you serious, or are you just making that up? Let's see. Is that was one of the terms that Putin threw out there. Biden bans Russian energy. No. I don't see it yet. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, fake news. Ethereum. Man, Ethereum is still way below 3,000. Ethereum under 3,000 is a buy. Man, Terra just keeps going up. Now it's 8%. Avalanche is coming up. Solana is coming up slowly. Cardano, lot of FUD around Cardano, right? But I was waiting. Charles did a video update this morning. I was waiting for him to address the controversy of him not, lying about having degrees and being a doctorate program. He did not address it at all. So I don't know. He just wants to ignore that because it's probably true. But Cardano overall will survive and will continue to thrive. There's many, many, many people that love Cardano and their ecosystem is growing, but kind of expected Charles to kind of squash that. Yeah. There's just so many good opportunities right now. There's so many good opportunities. Tonight I'll probably go through and just, go through a list. I haven't done that for a while. Kind of just run down a list and kind of go over some of the projects that I like, that I've been following and talk about them. Down under blues. The U.S. has an unlimited supply of oil that has been suppressed. Yeah, I've come to realize that. The U.S. is the largest producer of oil, yet it's only the 7th largest exporter. And I'm surprised that they're even at number 7 because I was always told that all the oil in the U.S. is basically reserved for military. But it is a large portion of it. But if the U.S. wanted to increase output and start selling, they could definitely drive oil prices down. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Litecoin, no. I rather buy XRP than Litecoin. JJ Nitro says, I love your other channel, Drivers Only. I appreciate that. I'm really feeling the Bronco. I'll tell you, the Bronco is a really nice SUV for all reasons. It looks great, drives good, it could go off-road. You can put some meaty 35-inch tires. You know, it's a really good SUV, except it's pricey, and you're not going to find them. They're very hard to find right now. I would love to get a Bronco Raptor. Scotty Kilmer says, don't buy Bronco. The only thing Scotty recommends is Toyota. Like, everything else is garbage except Toyota. So, you got to take what he recommends with a grain of salt. Can we take a look at Atom pumping with buy volume? That's great. That's great because things are coming up. But I wouldn't say it's pumping. Why 1% is not considered pumping. But they were above $30 not too long ago, so they could definitely climb above there. Bitcoin's still about 39 overall. Markets, yeah, it's around there. Hey, there's a new iPad Air. Fantastic. Fantastic. What do you think about Singularity's decentralized AI? No, I never liked this Singularity.net. I just think AI marketplace is too early, and then they start another project. You know, whenever a project starts another project, kind of shows me that they're not capable of, you know, of succeeding long term. So they're just jumping from one to another. So I don't generally like projects that do that. Ukraine President Zelensky said he's no longer pressing for NATO membership, a delicate issue that was one of Russia's stated reasons. I mean, I think everyone knows why Russia does not want, or why Russia is invading Ukraine. Because they want to make sure that Ukraine never becomes a NATO nation. That's ultimately what they're looking for, right? So, if Ukraine is not... Let's see. This is 38 minutes ago. Instagram is hiding followers for private accounts. Okay. No updates, at least none that came out that said he will not apply for NATO membership. But that was one of the things that Putin asked for. You know, Putin asked for, okay, you got to make sure you put in your constitution that you're not going to become part of NATO ever. You got to recognize the Crimea or Crimea, that it's part of Russia, and the two independent separatist areas that are now independent. You got to recognize them as being independent, and then he will stop the war. So, I don't know if that's going to be. I mean, it just says right here, Zelensky vows Ukraine will never give up. So, I don't know if he gave in and said that they will not apply for NATO membership. I don't know. It does seem like everyone's saying it. Let's see, I'll keep searching. Someone says MSN. Well, it didn't say at MSN either. Where? Where are people seeing this breaking news, huh? I don't see it. France 24. Come on. And not to Russia, Ukraine says no longer insisting on NATO membership. I don't know if this is true. Because this story came out 1 hour ago and no one else is really reporting it. You have like three smaller or two smaller NDTV and this France 24 that's talking about it. No one else is talking about it. I don't know if I trust this. But, you know, if Zelensky and Ukraine, if they want to end the war, I mean, Russia already stated their demands. So I don't know if they will cave in or not. Yeah, a lot of people think this is fake. I don't know. George hating on XRP. Nah, I love XRP. I think XRP is great. It's the best ever. It's going to replace Swift. So what's today's takeaway? Today's takeaway is the market is reacting well. So people are trying to price in oil, at least ignoring it for now. And everything is continuing back up, right? And you know, overall, the takeaway is this. We will still have volatility. There's no doubt. There's new developments every single day. All this geopolitical and macroeconomic stuff is still going to affect the market. You will still see swings, right? But Bitcoin is the answer. More and more and more people are seeing that. Countries and institutions and companies and wealthy individuals, they're all saying that. Retail is saying that. That is why Bitcoin's metrics and fundamentals continue to be great and only getting stronger. So stock up when you can. Stock up when things are cheap. Not just for Bitcoin, but for everything else. That's a fantastic project. GTR Jazz, best channel around, just down to our great content. Thank you. Tuning in from Brisbane, Australia, 4:20. That's very, very early, man. Very early. Did you not go to sleep or did you just wake up? Just bought 50K worth of Phantom. You know, Phantom, I looked at. It was down like still 7%. Now it's a little bit better, down 3%. I think they're going to recover. I do think they're going to recover. Andrew Crony is not the sole person at Phantom. They have a large team, many dApps. They will adopt. They will. They'll move forward. All right, I'll let you guys go. Overall, you know, I just stated the message. Stay the course. Be strong. Pay attention. Be on the lookout. There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of developments. But you know what? I'll keep you guys apprised and give you my honest opinion along the way. So make sure you hit that notification bell. And follow me on TikTok. 4 videos coming out today. And 4 pretty much every day. Or close to it. And tune in tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll probably go through a list and kind of go over some of the projects that, you know, that are great values. All right? And as for the super duper exclusive XRP video that only I have, no one else does, I will play it right now and hopefully generate some buzz for XRP. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.